in my humble opinion, with research to back it up, Elon Musk already chose X a while ago. And we have seen some clips recently where he has been interviewed and asked, especially on the campaign trail, that, is he aware of like XRP and what does he think of it? He never says yes, he never says no. He dodges the question. I will elaborate on why he dodges the question. I will give you examples of some wallets and the significance of those particular wallets. Yes, I understand. I don't have 100% proof on the wallets. That's not the point. But I do have proof in regards to Ripple XRP, X platform, and more importantly, how Quant comes into the whole mix with solid evidence to back up these particular claims, connecting to people that X is directly involved with, and more importantly, Elon Musk himself. Okay, so we're going to jump into all this. Smash that like if you haven't done so already. This is the research you're looking for, and do me a solid if you really appreciate the content. Simply hit the bell notification, sub if you're not subbed. A lot of you guys aren't subbed. I noticed that, like, you watch the content but you are not subbed. It simply helps me out, and I really would appreciate it. So if I have to earn your subscription if you're new, hey, I get it. Let's jump into the material. I'm telling you flat out, this is solid. Here we go. First thing we're going to jump into is this right here from Forbes, and it's from digital assets section of Forbes. Why present this to you? Well, check this out. As I full screen it, it says specifically from the quote of Elon Musk, I think cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against centralized control. Crypto, by its very nature, helps with individual freedom. Later, Musk wasn't actively involved in crypto, but again, he dodged the question. I will show you a video where he's dodging that and he's kind of a little bit nervous. Okay, so let's get further into this. I'm going to now take you to this screenshot from XRPscan. Highlight user Musk. I get it, everybody. Trust me, I more than get it. Other people have shared this. People question this if it's really his wallet. But I will state this. If it's not, that's a lot of XRP. Okay, it's other wallets that are tied into this, and that's one of the main key areas of focus of that, right? I'm not just gonna give you just this and that's it, because other people have done that. I'm not gonna do that. All right, nothing against those other guys. All right, so check this out. Let's get more into this. Highlight on November, 2013, but highlight of 2013, because when you see these wallets, well, pay attention to this one. It says Musk, and for example, it says the outbounded amount to this particular wallet, like a random RPD name, roughly about 8 million XRP. Okay, and there's another key highlight I want to get into. If you were to go to XRPscan.com, it's the payment on 12/12/2017, and it's from this particular wallet called Isaac Newton to Bitstamp. Again, 1 million XRP. And of course, we know the whole thing of Bitstamp recently with Ripple XRP, so that's definitely worth paying attention to. A little bit more into this. How about this, which is called Sagan? Think about it. Maybe Carl Sagan, and then outbound to Asimov, okay? And that's another key person that Elon Musk highly reveres, okay? And if you know who that guy is, you know where we're going with this. 1.4 million XRP. And again, all verifiable on XRPscan.com. And again, I'm not saying that these are 100% these wallets, but what I am saying is with the other research to link this in, this won't even be the icing on the cake. Like, I'm telling you flat out, this is the one you want to stick around for. All right, so with that said, I want you guys to keep in mind this key thing. And that is understanding the activity of 2013 in the past. Basically speaking, Ripple began to establish key partnerships, as we know, with financial institutions and payment providers back in 2013. That definitely helped validate its concept of Ripple's use case, more importantly with the XRP, the XRP coin itself, and especially the concept of ODL, on-demand liquidity. But while June 1st, 2013 did not mark a particular milestone, you have to keep in mind this particular year was definitely a pivotal time for the Ripple network as it started to be recognized in the industry. So as I get further into it, and if you were to do it yourself and go to the XRPscan.com and verify it and whatnot, you will see some particular wallets that are connected to that Musk account that mention specifically things like XRP giveaway and whatnot. And again, think about the amount that was given. Was Ripple giving this away to, of course, institutions? My thing is, I think that is a yes. Would it implicate Elon Musk moving forward? We'll talk about that here in a second, which brings us to this. And coming up on your screen, you're going to see it. And it's basically this key area. And I meant to take out that logo, so sorry about that. So let's pull this up. Comes from goodwinlaw.com. Area of focus is the period ranging from 2013 to 2020. Why? Well, like it says, it constitutes an ongoing unregistered offering of securities in violation of Section 5 of Securities Act of 1933 as amended. Basically, you get the gist. We've been there, done that when it comes to the Ripple case and the SEC. But that brings me to this, and that's my own notes. It's like this. Think about it. Really, really think about this. If Elon Musk simply received XRP in a giveaway like in June of 2013 and did not participate in any sale or promotion of XRP in any way, shape, or form, would that make him liable under securities laws? I mean, if I were him, we're not him, but even if I was another CEO and that happened, I don't want to be implicated, okay? And if anything, I would probably weather that storm, especially, you know, like what we saw with Gensler the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, give or take, okay? So with that said, you know, would like this make him liable, you know, accepting this? You know, would he not be in trouble with the SEC because of the time of 2013? Basically speaking, you know, on the facts of like, as the case was presented, would we have an example of his involvement in any way, shape, or form result into, like, for example, a sale of XRP, a promotion of XRP? Would it potentially lead to like scrutiny depending on the circumstances, legal interpretation of XRP as a security? So if anything, it's paying attention to, it seems as though if you were to verify it and nerd it out, if you went to XRPscan.com, that wallet with that amount of XRP has been sitting there for 7+ years, okay? Very well worth pointing out. If anything, I guess 11 years, all right? So I just wanted to get that out there, which brings me to this, all right? This real quick, we'll play like, I don't know, 10 seconds of this, basically speaking. I want you to hear some of these perspectives because sometimes you need to hear the visual, and I understand that a lot of us are the gung-ho crypto enthusiasts. We've already seen this. But there's a lot of people who haven't seen this. So we're going to go ahead and play this just real quick. Here we go.
So I'm not saying that it's like the ideal system for a currency, but I think it actually is just fundamentally better than anything else I've seen.
Right. Everything else he's seen. Interesting. How about this? This is the thing that was originally on the beginning of the outline. Elon Musk states he neither endorses or refuses to endorse XRP when specifically asked about it. He doesn't say yes, he doesn't say no. Again, this is not any fluff, but I want to reference it. Here we go.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto, but you know, I do think that the sort of cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against a centralized control. So, you know, this is definitely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP, but I do think crypto, by its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
All right, so interesting to hear those statements, right? It's like not a yes, not a no, and he's getting a little bit nervous, and that's okay. He has to protect himself. I mean, what if it was you? Don't you want to protect yourself? Yes, absolutely. So check this out. Here's another thing I want to get into. Back to the whole thing from XRPscan. Why? Because again, it's like literally a paper trail. And again, I understand that people are going to say, no, this has nothing to do with it, but say what you want. Who the heck owns millions of XRP other than, you know, like enterprise or institutions. So there is that. At least we know that. So here's the thing. Back to the whole thing of RPD M4 wallet, and you see, for example, 2 million XRP. Okay, interesting to see that. More importantly is this, and this comes from cryptonews.net. Some of you guys have seen this in the past, most haven't. The whale that has wallets with the tags such as Isaac Newton, think about the names here, Andreessen, like Andreessen Horowitz, Turing, Sagan, as in Carl Sagan, Faraday, and others, these addresses have been around for a very long time. Yeah, no kidding. More importantly, it's understanding, having all been activated in 2013 and 2014, shortly after XRP started trading. The whale first activated the Sagan wallet in June 2013, before activating Isaac Newton and Musk in November 2013. These addresses activated all the other wallets, including a newer untagged wallet, which the team behind XRP liquidity has spotlighted. This untagged wallet, and again, back to that one called RPD and, the gibberish, activated by Isaac Newton address in 2017, has received all the XRP in the other wallets. That's interesting. And more importantly, bring the balance to 20 million XRP at the time, roughly back in August 2017. Okay, so what else do we have? Well, it's understanding that the journey of these wallets traces back to the early days, again, of XRP. Entry into the sphere with activations between 2013 and 2014. The first in the series was the Sagan wallet, June 2013, followed by, of course, Isaac Newton and, some of these other ones. So you understand that what kind of caught the interest of other analysts that pay attention to whale activity is the behavior from the untagged wallet in December 2017, just before XRP hit its record high of $3.31. It executed a strategic transfer of 2.99 million XRP to Bitstamp. And what do we have in regards to, the last few months with Bitstamp? I mean, think about it, everybody. I think there's something with that. All right, a little bit more in regards to this. Back to XRPscan.com, because what you see here is, again, 8 million XRP back to the RPD wallet, and originally from, like user to, user Musk, okay? Is it Elon Musk? Again, I'm not 100% certain on that, because, how can anybody really know that? But that is not the main highlight of this. Again, I'm making an outline for you guys. I want you to understand why I'm sharing this. Let's take you to this. Here's another example, 1.4 million XRP. Again, XRPscan.com, and again, from Sagan, okay? And this time to Asimov, and I'll get more into why that's significant. All right, let's take you over to here, and this is from benzinga.com. And I want you guys to understand the terminology, because even if you were to nerd it out, you would see, plain as day, with some of the activity of these particular wallets. One that was mentioned was Hubble, okay? So Elon Musk says there is a need for a space telescope with a far larger aperture than Hubble. Now you may be thinking, so what? What the heck does that have to do with XRP or Quant or any of this? I get what you're saying. As you scroll down, though, this gets really interesting, because, for one, this was posted September 16th, 2024, as you can see right here. And as we get further down, what do you literally see right here? SpaceX CEO Elon Musk said back then in September that there is a need for new visible spectrum space telescope, replace, assist, of course, the Hubble Space Telescope. What happened? Hubble is cool, according to him, but there needs to be new visible spectrum space telescope with far larger aperture. Some people will say, well, we already have that, right? And, I understand that. But here's the thing. When you get more into this, it basically gets into the weeds about some of this thing. So here's the thing. And I'm going to give you your first boil it, mash it, stick in the stew moment. Because, as referenced, okay, here's why this matters. It's understanding that the Hubble was serviced multiple times in orbit, and the latest of which was in 2009. It's now expected to last to roughly 2030 to 2040. All right, like it says, why it matters. Here is an unbelievable finding. Sometimes people skip this stuff. Shift4 Payments CEO and commercial astronaut Jared Isaacman previously proposed to service the telescope as part of its human spaceflight program called Polaris. The program is expected to embark on the 3 human spaceflight missions with SpaceX. However, NASA is yet to greenlight the proposal for Hubble to be serviced on Polaris mission, National Public Radio, NPR reported at least back in May. That isn't the point. Point is Shift4 Payments and the CEO, Jared Isaacman. Okay, so remember that real quick. Why? Because it brings us to this. Jared Isaacman is the founder, of course, and CEO of Shift4 Payments, a payment processing company and commercial astronaut. But look what it says here. It says that since he was a commercial astronaut, Isaacman is a commercial astronaut who has led multiple space flights, and they include Inspiration4, which, by the way, back in 2021, Isaacman commanded the Inspiration4 mission, the first all-civilian space flight launched by SpaceX. He purchased all 4 seats on the mission to raise, of course, funds for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Interesting to see that, and again, more importantly, it brings us to this. Because you can see an idea of like who this guy is. Is he small potatoes? Is he big potatoes? And the answer is yes, he is big potatoes. How so? As of September 2024, his estimated net worth is $1.9 billion. And again, understanding that there's a connection here, especially with the whole thing of SpaceX. Because as we know, SpaceX and Elon Musk. Now check this out. This gets really, really interesting. If you go to shift4.com, what do you see? Experience the future of commerce. Accept payments everywhere with Shift4's end-to-end commerce solution. In-person payments, online payments. Sounds very cool, but that's not it. Powering the top brands in every industry. And you see, for example, travel and hospitality, food and beverage, retail, sports and entertainment, casinos, e-commerce, specialty, Hilton. All these ones kind of sound like everything. And like it says, literally, it says plus hundreds and thousands of, more. So tailor solutions for every business. I mean, all these things sound very good. If I'm Elon Musk trying to make the everything map, right? All right, check this out. If you go to shift4.com/crypto, yeah, crypto, it comes up with the whole thing of payment solution built for crypto. Higher acceptance rates and lower prices mean faster growth for your crypto business. It says get started. Yeah, we're getting started, all right? We're getting into the material. Hopefully you guys are still here. So as we get more into it, check this out. It opens up a whole other thing. And what would that be? It opens up this, shift4.com/partners. And I'll highlight a couple of these, or 3 roughly. Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle NetSuite. Think about what it said, NetSuite. Oracle Hospitality. And as we know, Oracle is part of the Quant network ecosystem. Plain as day, we already done that research. But for whatever reason, some people want to say that my research is fake. It's not. I always provide sources. More importantly, I want you to understand we already verified that Oracle is, for example, collaborated with Quant, but JP Morgan also selected Oracle. So there already is that Quant network connection. And this whole thing of Kodat, let me tell you plain as day, if you look it up on a simple Google search, guess what's tied to Kodat? Yeah, JP Morgan. So, I mean, come on. All right, how about this? Here is your second, and if anything, probably one of the biggest bombshells of this video. You want to state that my research is fake? Check this out, all right? God bless all you guys that state that. It's okay. I'm not picking on anybody. I pray for you, everybody that, wants to state that. But nonetheless, just go to make.com. Make yourself an account. It's not me stating it. You can do it as well. All it takes is an email address or a Google account. You name it, but you can do it yourself. Look at this. Go to us2.make.com. And it's free, by the way, okay? And you could test some of this for yourself. What do we see? Yes, that's right. Make an API call with the overledger. What does it connect to? This thing called Shift4 Shop. All right, before we continue, you may be thinking, well, so what, Max? I don't know what Shift4 Shop is. All right, I'm right ahead of you. Here is another boil it, mash it, stick it in stew moment. Shift4 Payments is the parent company of Shift4 Shop. Shift4 Payments, like it says, acquired 3D Cart in November 2020 and rebranded it as Shift4 Shop in January 2021. And this darn thing is connected to this whole thing of Quant Network. I mean, my gosh, you have to be part of the ISO TC 307 Quant Network standard to do this. And we have the proof of the integration with the overledger. Literally proof of this. Look at this. I know I'm getting excited, but it is exciting to share, you guys. I mean, you know, like, I have every right to be excited too. Some people don't like hearing excitement in my voice. Guess what? I'm not going to apologize for that. I have every right to be me too. Let's check this out. So now that we established the whole thing of overledger connecting to Shift4 Shop to get an order, look what it says. Now we want to prepare a smart contract. We connect it over to the overledger. And what does it say from there? We're going to prepare a smart contract transaction. We kick it back down to Shift4 Shop to get a product, like it says. Then, who are we talking to? Yeah, that's right. XAI. Elon Musk XAI to create a completion. Then we kick it down to XAI to make an API call. Then we have it talking back to the overledger to prepare what, everybody? A smart contract transaction. Okay? Then we kick it back down to what? We can't just call anybody out there in the world and just make smart contract transactions with random people who are not calling for it. We have to get the username. All right, let's make the username with our brother Underdog of the Underdog Research Channel. Okay, shout out to Underdog, right? So, you know, we reach out to Underdog on X. He's the user. We kick it over to overledger, execute a signed smart contract, invoke a transaction. Then we kick it down to actually sign the transaction, everybody. I'm telling you flat out, it's all there. Quant built the infrastructure, interoperability at its finest. My goodness. All right, check this out. This gets really good as well. So we established, obviously, some of these things. And as we jump back, I want you guys to understand it's a little bit more of that whole thing of Shift4 Shop. It's an e-commerce platform that develops software for businesses of all sizes. Shift4 Shop offers a free plan for businesses that process at least $500 per month in sales. Of course, they have other tier packages, just like anything. But this is a common thing that we notice in regards to the Quant network and what it connects to. Because as we know, in order to use the overledger, each person or organization, I should say, has to have a certain amount of QNT to do this. And that is absolute game changer. These people stating that Quant is going to go to zero. How did that turn out, by the way? Right? All these people for so long flooding Quant, stating that it's got nothing going on. They never properly researched it. If anything, maybe they took a little thing or saw my thumbnail and that was good enough for them and dismissed all the research. But guess what? That's okay. That's okay. Because at the end of the day, it's not about convincing everybody about something. But if you stay the course and you weather the storms, understand there's a bigger picture here. Shift4 Shop offers free plans, like it says, access to 100 responsive site themes, free domain, free site migration, unlimited product listings, an integrated CRM, tax calculator, streamlined checkout, shipment tracking. Okay, and as we get to the end of the outline, you'll see a little bit more in regards to these things like trade, shipment, and whatnot. As I take you over here, I want you guys to see this. September 2023, Ripple's cosmic partnership joining forces with SpaceX Collaborator for XRP initiative. Why is that important from Crypto News Flash? Because when you jump down to it, what does it say? Ripple has partnered with billionaire Jared Isaacman. Boil it, mash it, stick it in a stew once again. Founder of Shift4 and SpaceX partner for what? A cryptocurrency donations project benefiting the Maui Emergency Response Fund. All right, but obviously taking it a lot further from there. And I love the statement on the bottom. Clarity over Ripple's battle with the US SEC could likely see the company collaborating with big players in the future. Gee, I wonder which ones. Which brings us to this. Check this out. This comes from CoinSpeaker. Why point it out? Because Shift4 Pay with Crypto enables global merchants to accept cryptocurrency easily, facilitating crypto to local currency conversion and simplifying crypto payments. All right, don't forget the key term. And that is basically crypto to local currency. Because when we pull up some of that local currency, back to the Quant network, literally quant.network. If you go there, you will see the citation from Gilbert Veridian. What does it say? say? LACchain uses blockchain and integrates it into the core banking infrastructure. Users can receive payment in the form of a new digital Latin American dollar straight away and redeem it as local currency from their bank. Quote, real-time digital assets make getting paid instantaneous. All users need basically is a phone, says Gilbert Verdi. And by the way, I'm going to do a new update in regards to the whole thing of Finternet and literally show you guys proof that it's Quant. Like literally, shout to Quant Papa. That's something we're working on, and we have it, you guys. I'm telling you, you want to see that video, especially if you're in the Quant or thinking about getting the Quant. Absolute bombshell. Look out for that when we get it done. All right, check this out. Jump into the next thing. A little bit more about this concept of local currency. Another citation from Quant Network in regards to Quant partners with LACchain. One immediate benefit of this breakthrough will be revolution in remittances and financial inclusion, where currently cross-border banking services for people such as migrant workers or farmers are hard to access and unreliable. The LACchain solution, supported by what everybody, overledger, will allow foreign and or local currency to be transferred in a simple but secure manner with affordable transaction costs. Again, think about the terminology, and if anything, look at literally make.com with the integration of overledger and how you can see examples of what that connects to. That's the bottom line. And as we get further into this, we need to solidify this a little bit more, because guess what? Shift4 teams up with Mesh to offer merchants crypto payment capabilities in over 45 countries. When did this get released to the press? Well, not that long ago, October 28, 2024. And as we get further into it, what is Mesh? Mesh, if you were to go over to meshconnect.com/security, Mesh is a comprehensive, trusted, secure, and SOC 2 compliant solution with a team that has decades of experience in auth and identity management. We use a combination of operational, application, and infrastructure level security controls to ensure the security of client and end user data. So at the end of this video, you will see two end screen cards. One will be about the original video I put out about Quant and this whole thing of API integration with things like X, okay? You want to watch that, especially if you're a Quant enthusiast, you want to learn more. But more importantly, there'll be another particular thumbnail which will link you to this thing that features Halborn. Why is Halborn so important? Well, just in case you haven't seen that video, look what it says on your screen. Mesh. So Mesh Connect. And Mesh Connect is audited by who? Halborn? Oh my goodness, look at this. And as we know, Boilet Mesh is sticking this too. Once again, Halborn.com leads blockchain security standards and ISO TC 307. And what does it say on the bottom? As of last April 30th, 2024. But yes, leads blockchain security standards and ISO TC 307. If you're new to my channel, ISO TC 307 is the Quant network standard. All right, get more into this. Check this out. If you go to Mesh, once again, integrate in under a week. You can only integrate in under a week if you have a no-code solution. We've been there and done that. We already studied that. But look what it says in regards to developer-friendly. Integrate in under a week with our developer-friendly APIs and SDKs. And more importantly, as we take you even further to it, they do post on X. And what does it say? As BTC prices surge, a dormant Satoshi era wallet just moved 2 million BTC to exchanges after 14 years. Events like this highlight the need for secure, compliant Bitcoin wallet ownership verification solutions like Mesh Verify. And like it says, the future of finance is embedded. All right, key area is on some of these terms of the future of finance, because when you go here, back to Quant Network, front page, it's the terminology, everybody. Quant Network's slogan is not just the foundation for building on blockchain, it's also this slogan, the foundation of digital finance. And if you did other searches, this is more than a coincidence, everybody. Future of finance, that is an institutional source, okay, for the finance industry. And how many times do you see Gilbert Verdi in the Quant Network featured here? All right, you see whole bunch of videos of him being featured with the host, Dominic Hobson, the man on the right. And look what it says. What can governments do to encourage the growth of digital asset markets? Stablecoins are not a destination, but a stepping stone on the journey towards programmable money. How can blockchain-based token networks achieve full interoperability? What can be done now to overcome the absence of digital money on blockchain networks? Are the opportunities in digital assets compelling enough to overcome the fear of disruption? Are central banks thinking radically enough about CBDCs? Is this how CBDCs will happen in the major global currencies? Is this how CBDCs will, be like, how will it be integrated? I already said that. So what does it mean for you? What does it mean for businesses? What does it mean for institutions? And constantly you see in every thumbnail who Gilbert Verdi and Quant Network. And you even see some other people, obviously, of R3. And we're going to get into that here in a bit. And this other one, just in case you're one of the people who are like, that's just a giant coincidence, Max. Well, Augustine Carson's 2 weeks ago, The Future of Finance. And I might be sharing that on the X space, kind of up in the air about that. But 2 weeks ago, okay? Again, Future of Finance. And as we know, the BIS selected Quant. For what? Project Rosalind. So we've already been there and done that. So that's a real thing. And as we also see here, shout out to Quant Papa, what's it say here? It says, from R3, a digital gilt has the potential to resolve many of the market's long-standing issues, from transparency to friction and reporting. It could also promote additional demand by helping foreign investors access the bond market more easily. More importantly, as a technology platform underlying the UK's RLN, Regulated Liability Network Shared Ledger, R3 Core provides full market interoperability and the privacy, scalability, and resiliency necessary for the next stage of the UK's digital evolution. Again, people are wondering, is R3 going to sell? Are they going to do a minority stake? Are they going to sell the whole thing? Nobody knows yet. But what's crucial to understand is this. Key highlight on the term of what? Digital gilt. Remember that term, G-I-L-T, digital gilt. Why? Because when you see a follow-up in response to R3's announcement that was yesterday, you also have literally an announcement 19 hours ago, but literally like a few hours after that original announcement from R3 that was posted on Indeed, from Dr. Luke Riley, head of innovation of the Quant Network. Looking forward to INAPA, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, and the European Commission's yearly joint review into blockchain standards. He's co-organizing and speaking at the event, and look what it says. Do you want to participate? If so, reach out to him and include your background in blockchain standards and topics of interest. Why would he put blockchain standards? It's because ISO TC 307 is the quant network standard for building on blockchain. That's the point. And that's why it's always worth pointing that out. How about this? This person, head of digital markets and innovation, Peter Left. The Regulated Liability Network has been recognized in the government's national payments vision. Think about that. I am proud to see this industry initiative identified. As the government highlighted, we need innovation, and the industry should lead it in line with the standards set by the authorities. The government's report lays the foundation to create the capacity for tomorrow's innovation, and he's excited to work with his peers to unlock the potential for DLT for the UK. 3 days ago. Yeah, 3 days ago. And more importantly, like our brother Smoke pointed out, in Prague, they tokenized literally yesterday. Okay? And what are we seeing, everybody? Are these the examples of why we were seeing the prices going up? Exactly. It all adds up because that is utility in motion. And there's another date coming up, literally tomorrow and also Thursday. We are running the UK RLN Hackathon on November 20th and the 21st at EY FinTech Hub. They have some of the best fintechs from the UK and beyond participating, so the industry innovation promises to be truly exciting. All right, check this out. I told you to remember the whole thing about digital gilt, because boil it, mash it, stick it in a stew. Once again, we're going back for seconds, baby. We're going back for thirds and fourths, because you want to know something? We are going to feast off our utility coins and tokens for the future, everybody. That's the generational wealth that we work so hard to listen and learn about, and not give up, and not ever give up about our future family's wealth, but not listen to a retail narrative because people haven't done their proper research. Look at this. The UK government is piloting a digital gilt instrument coming from Mesh at Mesh Connect API. I love the name of their particular, handle. All right. So digital gilt instrument, Digit, literally called, funny name, right? using distributed ledger tech to revolutionize debt issuance. Remember I was talking about that? I'll put that also in the end screen card because that matters, right? We talked about Ripple XRP and the other X's and QNT, HBAR. That's important because it's a bold step towards transparency, efficiency, and innovation in finance, paving the way for DLT adoption across markets. That's big, all right? Especially to see that and connect that. All right, check this out. This is awesome. This is, some people call it awesome possum, awesome sauceum. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. Integrations. Go to meshconnect.com. Discover our extensive library of more than 300 integrations powered by Mesh's robust API. Let's search for integration. But before we do that, look at all the integrations. Binance, MetaMask, Blockchain Wallet, Trust Wallet, Coinbase. We can go on and on with this. I mean, it's like for miles, but it tells you what's live and it tells you what's planned. Kraken is planned. Bitcoin.com is live. Bitstamp is live. You have E-Trade planned. You have Exodus is live. You have KuCoin planned in regards to their platform. And then you have live currently their API. So all these things add up to everything we've done in regards to the research. If you truly have researched and not skipped around. You know how many times people just look at a thumbnail and they just dismiss all of the research. OKX, by the way, is going to have a US exchange once again at the end of this year, and I think late December. It might get delayed, but that's a real thing. All right. There's Acorns, there's Gemini, there's Binance.us. It goes on and on and on. Crypto.com. Remember how we talked about Quant Crypto.com? Look at that. That makes sense. And they have one live on API, but the other one's planned for example, what you see here with Mesh Connect. Very interesting to see that. All right. And of course, there's even Robinhood. Look what Robinhood is doing with XRP. All right. Lots of examples here. I mean, we're talking, we just go on and on. Upbit, eToro, Atomic Wallet, BitPay. I mean, man, Garda. I think even the, you know, I saw the Decent wallet on here, by the way, you know, I don't normally do this. I just put it at the end, but, you know, we will see the Decent wallet on here. There's Filecoin, for example. I mean, I don't normally cover Filecoin, but I own a lot of Filecoin. Incredibly bullish on Filecoin. But the point is, understand this is a huge list of quite a few different things, literally before your eyes. CeeLo wallet. There's even Casper. And I know I need you to follow up in regards to Casper, but guys, this is big stuff. There it is, Decent wallet. Get yourself a discount for crying out loud. You know, and like it says, it's planned even with Decent wallet. Yeah, get yourself a discount with the Decent wallet. Links is in the description. For real, get yourself a Decent wallet. Helps me, helps you. And if anything, as the saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto, right? So that's all there. And now check this out, because we did talk about the whole thing of integration. So, you know, it mentions crypto. What kind of assets do we have? Is there literally XRP? Well, guess what? The answer is yes. The answer is definitely yes when it comes to XRP. Because as I take you to here, you're going to see, for example, XRP. And what do you see? Supported cryptos, XRP. What about some of the other ones that we're into? Absolutely. You have not just XRP, but you have, for example, even some of the memes like Doge, but let's talk about utilities, and that's okay. I get where you're coming from. So we saw XRP. I know some of you guys are in the ICP. There's Link, you know, Chainlink. There's also HBAR. Look at that. You also have, for example, let's see here. Let's go further now. There's some other ones that we really want to pay attention to. There's Jasmy, for crying out loud. There's QNT. I mean, my goodness, right? And of course, there's Stellar XLM. And how about this? You know, shout out. I got to do a BSV video. People are flooding BSV. Look at this. Mesh Connect recognizes BSV. You know, it's the tech. It's not a narrative of who's Satoshi. They understand too, it's the tech. So BSV is also on that list. How cool is that? All right, a little bit more before we wrap things up, because I know this is quite a deep dive. So I want to take you over to here, a little bit more of the tech terminology. Seamless connectivity. Mesh provides centralized exchange connectivity that no one else can offer with human-friendly username and password sign-ins to the world's leading exchanges. No scanning QR codes or leaving the client app. Just secure, embedded, easy payments, of course. And you even see Bitstamp listed, Kraken, all this. My point is this, everybody. If Elon Musk is talking about X being the everything app, well, listen to this. Why create the wheel? You don't need to recreate the wheel. Because if anything, there's multiple wheels that connect to multiple other platforms. This is the everything app. And to see this, for example, with the whole thing of Quant, that's tremendous. To see this whole thing of this narrative of XRP, where we think that, at least I do, that, you know, Elon Musk has a legitimate thing going on with this, I think that's definitely worth pointing out. So glad to share that. Let's take it to the next thing, because back to the whole thing of those wallets from XRPscan. So let's put a focus on Asimov, Andreessen, Horowitz, Peter Thiel, and of course, connecting it to Elon Musk, because look, that's a lot of XRP. All right. And whether these wallets are really tied to Elon Musk or Andreessen, Horowitz, and so on, that's a lot of XRP. Any way you want to look at it, who wouldn't love to have a million XRP or more? Right? Absolutely. Now, check this out. Here's some more examples. Peter Thiel, as we see, bottom of the screen, Musk activated to Thiel, 5 million XRP. When? November 30th, 2013. You could go verify it yourself. And again, I know people are going to say that that's not a real thing. Well, then it sure isn't, you know, Bob Jones from Worcester, Massachusetts. You know, I don't think so. So how about this? As we go more into it, Asimov, 5 million XRP, like it says, activated from Musk. And this last example, what do we see? Andreessen Horowitz, to that RPD account that's tied into the Musk account, 6 million XRP. Very interesting. All right. How about Carl Sagan? Because that was the name of the one of the wallets. Think about the terminology here. Carl Sagan, like it says, was an American astronomer, planetary scientist, and science communicator, best known for scientific contribution in his research. So, you know, he, for example, is best known for scientific contribution, his research to the possibility of extraterrestrial life. I mean, Elon Musk is really, like, that's his thing, right? Like, not saying aliens, but like, you know, space exploration and whatnot, right? That's his passion, for crying out loud. And look what we also have here, Peter Thiel. I understand the whole falling out of Peter Thiel and, you know, the whole, just, you know, some of you guys like Peter Thiel for whatever reason, or you don't. That's not the point. The point is understanding things like this, because if you have to go over to Elon Musk's Wikipedia page, well, just brief history. In 2000, X.com merged with the online bank Confinity to avoid competition. As the latter's money transfer service, PayPal, was more popular than X.com's service, Musk then returned as CEO of the merged company. His preference for Microsoft over Unix-based software caused a rift, basically speaking, among the company's employees, and eventually led Confinity's co-founder Peter Thiel to resign. With the company suffering from compounding technical issues and a lack of cohesive business model, the board ousted Musk and replaced him with Thiel in September 2000. Under Thiel, the company focused on the money transfer service and was renamed PayPal in 2001. In 2002, PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion in stock, of which Musk, PayPal, largest shareholder with 11.7% of shares, received $176 million. In 2017, more than 15 years later, Musk purchased the X.com domain from PayPal for a sentimental value, quote unquote. But in 2022, Musk discussed a goal of creating X, the everything app. That's the bottom line. And by the way, I guess earlier this year, he finally turned a profit in regards to X, you know? So shout out to Elon Musk, right? Now check this out. We mentioned Isaac Asimov. We're not going to do a whole deep dive about him, but I want you to understand, you know, the case for this. This is not a coincidence. This is not your typical outline where somebody just says, oh, this says this, and it says Musk. Because that's fluff. We don't do fluff here. Asimov's most famous work is the Foundation series, the first 3 books of which won the one-time Hugo Award for, quote, best all-time series back in 1966. His other major series are Galactic Empire series and the Robot series. I mean, think about this. Inspiration probably for Elon Musk with what? The Optimus robots from Tesla and the whole thing of Cortex AI. I mean, if anything, watch that video on Cortex AI. Again, came out like a few days ago. What says Galactic Empire novels set much earlier in history. Again, Galactic Empire. I mean, what the heck? He linked the distant future, the robot series, unified future. Unified. Think about the terms: unified, unified ledger, Elon Musk, robots, not optimism, but Optimus. You get my point? I think you do. All right. Let's take you to some examples of books that Elon Musk recommends to read. For one, it's this one. Suggests 0 to 1 Notes on Startups, How to Build the Future by Peter Thiel, his former colleague. He also tweeted about superintelligence, past dangers, strategies. But look at this. Look at this. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Great book, by the way. A lot of you guys already read that. And as we get more into it, here's 7 other books that he recommends. Lord of the Rings, obviously Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But understanding it's the concept of some of this. Benjamin Franklin, The American Life. I mean, people wonder why Elon Musk is he's like a modern day patriot, right? Think about it. Benjamin Franklin was one of his inspirations. You gotta get more into the weeds of it, understand the bigger picture. How about this other book? Sounds like doom and gloom, right? Kind of sounds scary. Our Final Invention. Artificial Intelligence and the End of the Human Era. That sounds like scary as all you know what. Musk called Our Final Invention yet another ode to the dangers of artificial intelligence. A worthy read. Yeah. How about Merchants of Doubt? How about all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that people had about Quant and XRP? And look how it's starting to do. Awesome. But how a handful of scientists obscure the truth on issues from tobacco smoke to global warming. Musk recommended the book at a conference in 2013, same year that apparently these wallets got XRP. And this last one, or second to last one, Foundation, Asimov, book from 2008. In addition to Lord of the Rings books, Isaac Asimov's Foundation series made up a part of Musk's early interest in science fiction and fantasy. And this last one, Life 3.0, Being Human in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. According to Musk, or I don't know if that's from Musk, if you're sensing a theme among the books on this list, it's that Musk is really into exploring future of artificial intelligence. Yeah, no kidding. And last but not least, let's bring us to this conclusion. And that is Andreessen Horowitz. Why? Because they had an initial balance of 5 million, XRP back in November 30th of 2013, but activated by who? Musk, right? And as we get further into it, check this out. This is another boil it, mash it, stick in the stew moment, because Musk XAI was seeking to raise $6 billion in Andreessen Horowitz-backed funding, FT reports. Reported when? May 23rd, 2024, before last summer. And why is that important? Because Andreessen Horowitz, aka A16Z, is a venture capital firm that invests in cryptocurrency and other industries, including healthcare, gaming, and fintech. A16Z has invested in a number of cryptocurrencies, including Ripple, XRP. Yeah, I'm having a little fun. I used to be on the improv team. That's what we used to do. 22 different voices I can do. But anyway, long story short, let's jump into the last part, because if you go to a16z.com/investments, what do you see from Andreessen Horowitz Investments? Shout out to Rue Black. He loves it when I say Andreessen Horowitz, because you see here a list of their investments, and it is Ripple, XRP, one of them, because we saw it on another page, and I get it sometimes. If you do a Google search, maybe the AI is giving you the wrong info. But this is right from Andreessen Horowitz's site. And guess what? The answer is yes. Boil it, mash it, stick it in stew. Ripple, a list, on that list of investments. So with that said, everybody, glad to bring you this absolute bombshell. Really proud to bring this research, and I stand by my research. I believe in the research. This whole thing, I'm not an honest person. My God. All right. In the future, moving forward, I will never reference the person that you know who I'm talking about ever again. If he wants to keep attacking me for the next 2 years or more, let him. That's okay. Thank you. You know who you are, and I know you watch these videos. And I just want to thank you and say God bless you. I'm actually praying for you. Matthew 5:44, my friend. Matthew 5:44. And with that said, yes, I'm praying for you. God bless you. Thank you for the traffic that you are sending over to my platform. Even if it's hate traffic, it's still traffic. There's a saying, from the one and only Dana White, and a lot of you guys have seen this, and that is basically this. He is quoted as saying this. He gives fighters, all this key advice, and that is this. He says, I always tell my fighters, if you come out of the gates, in this case, gateway APIs, right? If you come out of the gates and the crowd is cheering you on, that's awesome. If you come out of the gates and the crowd is booing you on, that's also awesome. But if you come out of the gates and there's no noise and there's nothing happening, there's complete silence, that's a bad thing. And with that said, I thank you guys for listening to this outline. I know it's quite the deep dive, but that is what I do. I truly believe that these assets will be the real deal moving forward, and we have a taste of that. I salute each and every one of you out there who weather these storms of crypto winter, blizzards, multiple storms. And guess what? We might have our ups and downs on the horizon, but it's understanding the next leg up. Say what you want. XRP hitting that next leg up for $1 was monumental. To see Quant move from $55 to 65, 75, 85, touching 90 was a big step forward. Understand how all this stuff connects. It's utility being put into motion. We're finally getting that. So if you listen to this entire outline, simply do me a favor and type this into the comments. And that is shout out to our brother, Underdog of the Underdog Research Channel. Because if you like this type of content with actual research and you appreciate this style, check out our fellow brothers in this community, such as Underdog. He covers a lot of different projects that I don't necessarily cover here, but we do cover things like Swiftcoin. So you might want to learn more about that. Check out Rue Black as well. But yes, shout out to Underdog. So the key word is Underdog, or you can just simply type in UD as an Underdog. And if you want to check out his channel, it's called the Underdog Research Channel. Thank you. God bless you. I'm rooting for all of you. I really mean that. For real. Okay? And if anything, forgive me for getting a little bit too excited. But if anything, I'm a human being too, and I have emotions as well. Don't get too emotional with your crypto, though. But if anything, thanks again. And as the saying goes, know what you have, know why you hold it. The research trumps FUD, 110%. We'll see you on the next one.
If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. Say goodbye to complicated setups and hello to Decent Wallet, the hassle-free solution to your digital currency needs. With just a few taps, you can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure.